What's happening, y'all? My name is Aziza. I've been trying my best to introduce myself because everybody don't know me, okay? Let's start there. But from time to time, I either give advice based on my own life experiences, or I bring my life experience to the table and just tell people what I'm learning from what I'm going through. Now, that don't mean everybody's life is the same, but hopefully my journey helps somebody somewhere, okay? So, today I would love to talk about finding peace in the in between. Yes, I'm still smoking cigarettes. He is working on me, okay? He working on me. He working on several things, okay? Anywho, so life has all of these cycles. Okay, we start off as kids, and then we cycle out of childhood into being a teenager, and you cycle out of being a teenager into adulthood, and then there's these different stages of adulthood that seem to cycle in and cycle out. Now, there are also these little pauses in life where you're not quite one thing, what you used to be, but you're not quite who you about to be yet, right? So think about childhood. Between the ages of 10 and 12, you're considered like the preteen phase, right? You're not quite a little kid anymore, but you're not quite a teenager. And then when you're ending teenage years, you have that period where you're not a teenager anymore, but you can't get in a club either. Okay? You ain't grown enough yet. And then you have these little cycles in life, right? And sometimes we have these situations that once you get to a certain age, once you get past 21, usually your life is defined by these events or situations that happen where you may have decided to get married, right? And now you guys have the ring on, and you're not quite boyfriend and girlfriend anymore, but you haven't gotten married yet. So you're in the in between, and you waiting to see what's gonna happen, right? And sometimes being in those situations, and like I say all the time, you can replace that with something, anything. You can replace that with getting a divorce or separating from a long time relationship, or even when you're graduating. You know, you're not quite a student anymore, but you haven't gotten to the point where you're working in your field yet. You know what I'm saying? So you have these in betweens points, and they're frustrating, and it causes like these moments of anxiety in your life, and you frustrated and you don't know what to do next. You don't know what's about to happen. You don't know if you're gonna find your way. You feeling like a duck, a fish out of water. You're just kind of flopping around. But I am learning right now in my life, because I am cycling out of one phase of my life into a new phase of life. And my last stage of life, kind of, I'm going to say that it was triggered by my father's passing, and relationship ending, And like all of those things kind of happen in like a so many year period, right? And you want to tell yourself that you're over it and you're into the next phase of your life, and I moved on, and I'm okay, and I'm good, you know, whatever you telling yourself to get yourself through. But a lot of times we be lying and we don't really understand that we not good yet. And we just saying that to make ourselves feel better until we can. It's like the fake it till you make it thing. You know what I'm saying? If I keep telling myself this, then that will be my reality, or that is my reality, should I say. But a lot of times we try to jump over the in between. And that's the part that gives you clarity about what your next move is going to be. If you made the right decision or decisions coming out of your last cycle, who and what type of situations I need to take into my next stage of life. You know what I'm saying? And that in between gives you a rest period. You know what I'm saying? It's like you're not running the race right now. And a lot of people that see me, I've always been a mover. I've always had a job. I've always been doing something. I've always had a bunch of kids. I've always had, life had always been going crazy for me. And it has always been hard for me to just sit my butt down, like sit still, like just be in the moment, right? So in this cycle of my life, I am teaching myself how to be okay in the in-between. I am no longer able to identify as certain things that I have let go in my life, whether it be like the super partier that I used to be. I ain't gonna say I was ever like a super partier, but the type of partying that I would do when I did party was super. So the people that know me for being that type of party no longer can resonate with the change in who I'm becoming, or even myself, like even just being able to slow down and not have a bunch of things to do, not have something lined up at every moment of every day. I gotta be doing this, I gotta be doing that, and whatever it is, okay? Being okay in the in-between, it gives you a moment of peace to think. It gives you, and from thinking, of course, brings clarity about certain situations. It just gives you a moment of rest in between the hustle and bustle. Just like if you had quit working a job, but now you about to pick up another job, and they don't want you to start for 3 weeks, right? And you like, dang, what am I about to do for these 3 weeks? And then you start thinking about, oh my God, my rent about to get funny and this and that. And of course you start to panic. Like you got all of these things you thinking about, what am I going to do next? And how is this going to affect me? And, you start tripping. But the divine always knows exactly what you need. And you may have needed to sit down for them 2 weeks and just to sleep and get some rest and catch up on some things that you were supposed to do, and the laundry that has gotten piled up on you so you'll have clean clothes, and your transition will be smooth once your world starts to pick up again. So I hope I didn't rattle on too long or repeat a bunch of stuff. I don't know. I'm not doing the editing thing. I'm going to allow God to how should I say? I need to be a better speaker. That's one thing that I've been running away from all my life. I've never been one to raise my hand when it comes to a speech. I've never wanted to be the one teaching the class for the day. I don't really like being in front of groups of people, like talking at the assembly, singing. I really never wanted any part of it. So I think in this phase of my life, I am being pushed to get it out. Okay? Just get it out. Stop holding it in. Stop falling to the back. Stop not saying what you're thinking, what's on your mind, how you feel, whatever. You know what I'm saying? And who knows? Who knows? Maybe somebody needed to hear this somewhere. So, have a good day.